Hi, I'm Dania Ramirez and you're watching Celebrity Bites on SNTv.
I don't care what you have to do, Dahlia. Get Opal out of that house immediately. What did Opal do?
I don't know. That's why I'm freaking out.
I'm having the best time playing Rosie. She went through this whole journey the first season where she was just kind of, you got to see a really soft side of her, and her strength sort of came from having to work really hard to reunite with her son and get her son here in America. This season, she's sort of, you're getting a different side of Rosie. She's getting to play a lot more comedy, and I get to have a lot more fun with her, the physical comedy aspect of it, because of this new family that I'm working for. She also has her son with her this season, so you're gonna see a lot of parenting scenarios that are really, really funny, because Miguel, my son, is also like Rosie, totally lost in translation and doesn't really speak the language very well. So there's a lot of really funny comedic moments with that as well. She's always trying to save the day, and she sees this man in a wheelchair and doesn't really know the motives that his wife, this young wife, has. I mean, maybe she's with him for the money. It is Beverly Hills after all, you never know. So she's sort of like taking matters into her own hands, and she takes him to her own doctor and tries to get him better on her own. And you're gonna see a lot of different dynamics. She's gonna have very specific relationships with all these people, and they're all really, really funny in their own way. She's gonna treat Mr. Kenneth, who's on the wheelchair, like he's a little kid. She's gonna have this really, bantering relationship with Mrs. Didi, because she's also young, and they're gonna have this sort of love and hate relationship. She has to be careful because she's the maid. She doesn't want to get fired. And she also has a really beautiful relationship with his daughter, Miss Lucindas, and she is gonna actually help her in ways that I don't want to give too much away, but she's gonna help her, and they're gonna have a beautiful bonding relationship.
He's a doctor who makes house calls. You're supposed to kiss his ass, not insult him.
Some doctor. He was barely here 10 minutes. He took his pulse. He went like this. I could do that.
Really? You got a medical degree I don't know about?
My abuelita had a stroke. Her doctor made her get therapy. She learned how to walk again and talk. Don't you want Mr. Kenneth to get better?
The Devious Army, we have really strong generals. That's what keeps every army going, right? You have to know how to recruit. So we've done a really good job recruiting a Devious Army, and I think that what really gets everybody engaged is the fact that we are really connected to our fans, that we do tweet with them live every Sunday night when the shows are going, and I think people really feel like they're part of something bigger than a show. They're really following our lives, and we're happy to be a part of their lives. I was already kind of like a mom to an 8-year-old, and it's very different to be a mother to an 8-year-old who's sort of in a different place, like really understanding you and you really wanting to be a part of their life and to influence them in the right direction. But with babies, I just didn't know what it was gonna be like. I was so nervous. They were my first, and I also had a really hard pregnancy and had to go right to work. So honestly, I didn't have time to really think about anything. I think it was a blessing that I had to, because I'm such a hands-on and such a control freak when it comes to like my life, and I don't think I've had time to control anything when it comes to the kids. So it's kind of losing me up a lot, I think. Hi, I'm Dania Ramirez. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want you to tune in Sunday nights at 10 p.m. on Lifetime, Devious Maids. Dania Ramirez, aka Rosie.